Sony, what are you doing? Sony, stop. Readers, I just need a moment. Sometimes it's because I find myself biting off completely more than I can chew, which is totally my fault, I acknowledge that. While other times it's because I'm just exposed to the most ridiculous of things. Like the fact that despite the deal that Sony made with Marvel to include Spider-Man in the MCU, they're still gonna go on with their plan to make their own Spider-Man universe, starting with the Venom spinoff starring Tom Hardy and directed by Ruben Fleischer. This was immediately followed with the announcement that there's going to be a Black Cat Silver Sable team-up movie. Because that's what people want. Now, of course, regarding the Venom movie that Sony's making, Kevin Feige has stated on record that this movie is in fact the sole concoction of Sony, that it is no way part of the MCU, and that they currently have no plans to introduce Venom into the MCU. So, you can only imagine my initial surprise when I saw that Kevin was joined by Spider-Man Homecoming producer Amy Pascal in an interview with Film Starts, saying this out loud.
Well, those movies will all take place in the world that we are now creating for Peter Parker. I mean, there'll be adjuncts to it. They may be different locations, but it will still all be in the same world, and they will be connected to each other as well.
So there is a chance that Tom Holland as Spider-Man will pop up somewhere over there? There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. I think one of the things that Kevin has done with Marvel that was so brilliant, and is by bringing the fans along and making each movie seem like a chapter in a book that you have to read that chapter in order to go forward. And I think the investment that the fans get to feel in being part of a larger story and understanding what's happening, I think is something that I know Sony would want to emulate.
Now, I think it's safe to assume that we were all taken aback when we saw this video. But I'm sure that goes double for Kevin himself, who is clearly silently reacting to Pascal's words in the same way that one maid verbally reacted to the Ghostbusters.
What the hell are you doing?
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, readers. I have no idea what the hell Pascal is talking about. From the way she made it sound, Sony's personal SpiderMan franchise is going to be, for lack of better terms, a spin-off franchise to the MCU. Which would be fine, if that was initially part of their agreement. Because not only has Kevin stated time and time again that Marvel Studios wants nothing to do with what Sony's doing with Venom and their other solo Spidey ventures, but even Homecoming director Jon Watts has confirmed that there's no such thing happening. So knowing this information, while at the same time looking at Kevin's expression during this interview, it's pretty much clear that 1, this is his first time hearing about the plan, and 2, there have been no additions that have been made recently that reflect that this is the direction that the two studios are going in. Otherwise, we would have heard about them, and that damn near goes double for Marvel Studios. Especially since they're the ones making all the creative decisions for the 6-movie deal they incorporated into the agreement that would eventually set up how this spin-off franchise would go. Readers, I don't know if Amy Pascal is talking out of her ass in this situation. Hell, I don't even know if it's just an innocent assumption given the studio's current level of cooperation. But the fact that she's saying one thing and Kevin is saying another is evidence that there is either a lack of communication or that this is the result of miscommunication between the two. Both are a lot better than the alternative though, being that Sony found a loophole in their deal with Marvel that would allow them to associate whatever they wanted to do with the Spidey movies in order to incorporate it into the MCU, and not have to worry about losing any rights to said characters in the process. I mean, just thinking that was Sony's intention all along is just preposterous. But I digress, readers. Your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below your thoughts about this situation. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.